Mr. Primetime.
2 minutes before we go live, Zach Wilson makes ESPN's command man for the throw that hits Morgan Moses in the back of the head. So that's how.
Always cool, man.
At this point, if you can't laugh, I'm already over the loss. It's different from the first few weeks. I've kind of accepted what they are already. I'm not going to let it bring me down.
Yeah, but
anymore.
see, the weird thing is, like, I don't even know what we are. Like I'd say the Jets world right now is so weird because you have a part of the fan base that's furious about yesterday. There's a part of the fan base that's just numb, just like, I don't care. This year's going to suck anyway. There's a part of the fan base that's like, we're building off this. This is a rebuild. Like, how can you be mad? And I see all 3 points, but for me, I'm not going to be a fanboy. I'm not going to be a Jets shill. And I'm only going to tell you what I see and how I feel. Like, I think right now, we'll bring Tyrone on too, because I just noticed he's on here. What's up, Tyrone?
What's going on, fellas?
What's up, man?
So what the problem that I have is I think everybody tries to portray the opinion they think everybody wants them to say. Like, you got, like, you know, like, nobody says they're true minded or what they feel. They want to try to follow everybody else and do whatever else and shit like that. To me, it's like, yes, we all as a fan base lowered our expectations this season, saying we're not a playoff team, we're not a Super Bowl team, we're not going to expect a lot of anybody. The whole goal is to find your building blocks, build your offense, groom your quarterback, and make progress as the season plays out. After 5 games, my simpleton fan head and eyes, my basic dumbass fan, what I have seen is 5 first downs and 5 first quarters of football. I'm very simple-minded, man. I'm just a basic fan. That I don't study film. I don't study tape. The only thing is I'm just a dumb Jets fan that when I see us down 20-3 to halftime and the offense has done absolutely nothing to the point where my quarterback looks completely overwhelmed, my offensive coordinator looks completely overwhelmed, and my head coach looks like he just maybe decided to hire the wrong offensive coordinator. When I see that, I'm going to say that. I don't honestly give a shit about anything else because that's what I see. Like, if you see these things, don't give me, you know what? It's rebuilding. We expected this.
Yeah.
No, I did not expect to see an offense that has 65 yards passing again at the end of the third quarter and think that's okay. That's not building an offense. That's not grooming nobody. That's not getting better. And now, everybody. So I'm sorry, Tyrone. I'm going to a little rant right now because I had it today. People attacking me on Twitter.
I'm just letting you go.
So now, after a Friday night and a Saturday where every Jets fan's excited, we're going to build off this. We're going to beat the Falcons. We're going to go 2-3, go into the bye, maybe go to New England, go 3-3. We're going to do all these great things. Now the Jets completely shit the bed. They get back in the game by pure luck. The Falcons suck. Then they make more mistakes and lose a game. And I'm like, it's okay. We kind of expected this. Wait a minute. So now we're lowering our standards even less than they already are to justify bad decisions, bad plays, bad players, and bad play calling. We're going to lower our standards even longer and say, you know what? This is part of the rebuild now. Zach Wilson playing like dog shit is okay. It's part of the rebuild. And the dog shit isn't, he can't get a goddamn screen pass off now. He's throwing worm burners. He's hitting an offensive lineman in the back of the head. Receivers are dropping the passes. You could have offensive linemen playing like shit. They're not going to get benched. But if your wide receiver is doing whatever, like Denzel Mims, he can't play because he has to earn his reps. But when he does come in the game, he makes plays. So the offense that can't get a fucking first down, can't get any yards, and can't get any points, we're gonna make our statement with the receiver that actually can help you because he's got to earn it. Meanwhile, nobody in offense is earning anything. Give me a break,
That was gospel.
Give me a break, dude. This is not what we signed up for. Like, don't justify. Like, I understand losing. I understand growing. I understand rebuilding. Don't justify shit play calling, and shit coaching. If we're being completely honest, I'll let you guys go next. This team did not get off the plane yesterday. They were sleepwalking for the half of football.
I think a lot of it goes back to your earlier point that a lot of people just want to portray something on social media, right? And I relate to that as a fan for most of my life, right? Probably my first 30 years or so, up until these last 3 years, I always defended the Jets no matter what, right? I hated seeing my team on ESPN being the laughing stock with the butt fumble jokes and everything else. You hate being the punchline. It's embarrassing. There's nothing fun about it, especially when the team sucks. You can't even defend them over the past 10 years. So, at a certain point, you're like, all right, why am I defending this? What are you giving me to make me believe? And to this point, through 5 games, yes, it's only 5 games. We try to keep that in perspective. We know it's all part of a rebuild and there's a bigger plan in place. You got to give these guys time. But through 5 games, what have they shown you to get excited? What have they shown you to get on board? Yeah, like you just said, dude, at the very end, they didn't show up. They didn't get off the plane. The team failed to show up. They weren't prepared.
Okay. It's okay to well, my problem is it's okay to like Coach Saleh. It's okay to like Zach Wilson. It's okay to embrace it all.
Everybody's rooting for them.
We could say we like him, but they're not beyond criticism. You legitimately right now, you can say, did they hire the right offensive coordinator? Because you're starting to get a little bit worried. Because if it's week one was okay, it's week 1. Week 2, it's okay. Week 2, this is a trend now. This is 5 games. 5 games. So how many games? And now I understand it's a bye week and they can correct things, but my sample size right now is 5 games where this offense is concerning, the play calling is concerning, and the way Zach Wilson can't complete a goddamn screen pass, and now he's rattled, man. He's losing confidence now.
The play calling in the first half shit is definitely concerning, but at the same time, at least for this game, I'm not putting as much on LaFleur as I am on Zach Wilson. There were plays there to be made. The offensive line gave him time to throw. He didn't execute on a lot of those throws. That's what it came down to. We left way too many plays on the field. So for all the shit that LaFleur does get, and it's just a lot of it, for this game, there were plays there. So Tyrone, go ahead.
I'm gonna say this right here. Someone called. So normally people when we lose, I used to be you talking about how bad I used to be. I wouldn't answer my phone, and people. I wouldn't take phone calls. I'd be mad. Couldn't watch sports because I hated to see the Jets lose. Watching that game, man, especially the first half, is what I didn't expect. I didn't expect these guys not to show up. I didn't expect 60 yards of fucking offense. And I think prime time, Tyson, you knocked it out the park. Prime time, you just hit it on the head. There were plays out there for him to make. He just didn't make them. You know what I'm saying? And it's starting to get concerning because this is becoming a habit. I understand he's a rookie quarterback. I understand he's going to make his mistakes. I understand there's going to be growing pains. But when you're missing wide open receivers, or you're making the wrong read on the play, or you're not setting your feet, making passes that you can make. You're not making easy screen passes. And then I'm gonna have to go touch this a little bit too. The play calling to me, in some aspects, is really bad. I just think that, you know what I'm saying? I just think that, the flow of the game, it seems he has a really bad flow of the game. And I'm also going to say this too. I'm not going to just give it to the offense. The defense played like shit as well.
Well, but no, just stay with the offense for now. Just stay there because this is, you enter a game, especially with the young quarterback. You sit in meetings all week long and say, what plays do you like the most? And we're going to practice these 10 to 12 plays and get you comfortable. And these are our scripted plays we start the game off with, where everybody's comfortable, everyone's on the same page, and there's going to be a rhyme or reason behind it. They start off slow every game. And we said this yesterday, dude. It's like everybody else's offense. Now, keep in mind, there are a lot of teams right now playing with backup quarterbacks, not the rookie quarterback.
Winning.
Second, third, and they come in, offense has no problem, balls flying all over the place, everything else. So the start of the game is the scripted part of the game where you say, listen, we already know what we're going to do. Zach's be comfortable, everybody's comfortable. They're not even doing that. So then it's like, okay, so just take the offense for a second, because that's driving me crazy, dude.
No. Listen, I want to say this right here. I think also as well, we're looking at this in a whole different fashion. The offensive line played better. I think Vera Tucker's overall grade was 89. The kid didn't get out of 30 plays and give up 0 pressures. Like you're saying, so he's improving. You're watching improvement. We're watching our quarterback regress. And I don't know what it is about the first half or the first quarter for this team. But just watching them go out there, it's like to me, it looks like they're ill prepared. There's no way you practice certain plays and we're coming out here, you guys are not performing. It's not because of the pressure. It wasn't because of what Atlanta was doing. The defense wasn't overly complicated. It wasn't that wasn't the case. They had their 3rd and 4th and 5th receivers out there. And it's like, I'm telling you, man, I've been saying this for weeks. It seems like everyone knows our play but us. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about Mims.
You said that week
I'm telling you. They're running our routes, man. If you're watching this, man, listen, we have no tight ends, so we have nobody up the middle. Every receiver is going dig, either cut, slash him, or post out. That's all we're running. These
Analysts.
guys are running the routes. It's crazy, man. And like, and then you watch. And then one more thing I want to say too is what I want to touch on. Yo, listen, slowing the game down to me hurts Zach Wilson. When the game is going faster, when you're going at a faster pace, the kid just plays better than me. But slowing it down, you know what I'm saying? Listen.
And what did you think today about Salah's comments about not getting Elijah Moore and Denzel Mims the ball more because they don't have the ball enough? How about you fucking get him the ball so that you actually keep the ball and you can maintain some drives? He talked all. I think it was Connor Hughes that grilled him about his comment earlier in the year about wanting to get Elijah Moore the ball in space, right? Put the ball in his hands, let him do his thing, right? Where is it? Where are the quick screens where he can get yards after the catch?
It's like, dude, and right now, see, the problem is right now, it's, and I understand the Robert Saleh love fest. We all love him. Character guy, passionate guy, well-spoken, COT. I get all that, but he's not beyond criticism when your team's playing like this. And that comment is insane. Like, now let's keep in mind, this is the same fan base that put Elijah Moore as rookie of the year, leading Canton rookie of the year, offensive rookie of the year, right? They can't get the ball in his hands. Like in the preseason, we saw it. Like you saw it, like in training camp, all these flash plays, this and that. Like, so you know how you get first downs? You let playmakers make plays. Like that's how this works.
And Mims as well, man. Listen, man. I know y'all was touching this earlier. Listen, man. That looks really bad to me because I'm watching Mims come in and produce. I'm watching this kid come in, make catches. Listen, what he had 3 catches, 75 yards. I mean,
that may be.
I thought he only had 1 catch.
Like 30 something. He had like 2 catches, didn't he?
Oh, he had the one short one and the one long one. Yeah, it was like 2 for 30 something, I think.
No, I think it was for the whole season. I'm sorry. I think it was for the whole season.
Yeah.
But you watch the kid come in and you watch the kid perform, right? You know what I'm saying? I think what the breakdown was, Mills had 3 catches, 75 yards. Elijah Moore had 6 catches for like 63 some yards, something like that. You know what I'm saying? You're not using your weapons, man. But that it's just the offense seems so stagnant to me. It seems like that, you know what I'm saying? It's getting bad, bro. Listen.
But see, this is where it goes back to where you have a first-time coordinator, you have a first-time quarterback coach. They brought in Matt Cavanaugh to try to offset the loss of Greg Knapp, and I understand that. But this is where Saleh has to get more involved, or you know what? Do what Joe Judge did. Bring in a consultant. Bring in somebody else during this bye week. Say, listen, our offense is like shit right now. We got to figure out what to do because like this is your rebuilding year. This is your past year for your quarterback to get it all figured out and try to know what's going on and find your strengths to your quarterback, find your strengths to your offense. We are doing, I don't understand what the hell they're doing. And the crazy thing is the Jets are getting a lot of credit for coming back yesterday. And I understand that. But let's not like it was a high-flying offense. What actually spearheaded it was the kick return. and it was what, 4 running plays, and they scored.
That and then the penalty too on Elijah Moore. Yeah, that's their points right there. And if not for the 2 fumbles that the defense caused, game's over. The Falcons are blowing us out if not for those fumbles, especially the Mosley one.
And no one saw this. Like, listen, like Friday show, everybody picked us to win. Like, and for us to come out there and just shit the bed like that, it's like, I'm not going to say same old Jets because I'm on past that cliche. I'm just saying, man, like, it's week 5. It's your bye week. Things got to get turned around. Like, if guys are not performing, guys are not doing their job.
But Tyrone, the thing is that, you're coming off a good win against the Titans. You want to build off that. And to me, they didn't seem like they were prepared at all. And they're kind of feeling a little bit of themselves like they didn't really handle successful at all because they played on both sides of the ball. We can go on defense now if you guys want. They played like shit on defense too. Yep. There's 2 things. So we all understand the Quincy Williams penalty was bad. We understand that. You don't have that penalty. The defense gets off the field, and yes, you get the ball back. That doesn't mean you mail in the rest of the game. That doesn't mean you mail in the rest of the first quarter or you mail in the rest of the first half. The defense didn't do jack shit after that.
Well, what about your boy, Tyson? Your boy we talk about every week on the show, Shepard. We talk about him every single week on the show. He does this shit every
week. The penalties, man.
At the most costly time of the game, bro.
Every
single time, bro. Like, Jesus. God, that shit hurts so bad.
For me, that game with the defense was a coming back down to earth kind of game where all these guys that we've anointed for the first 4 games, they kind of came back down to reality a little bit. Like Bryce Hall, everybody was calling a number 1 corner when he hasn't been tested yet. He's still got a long way to go. I'm not saying he's not a talented kid.
They were thoroughly outcoached yesterday.
Yeah, even the way they were playing, it seemed like they were 10 yards off on the receivers almost every single play. Guys were just sitting in the soft spot of the defense, and they weren't beating us on on routes or anything. They were sitting down, wide open, nobody near them. Couldn't have been any easier.
3rd and 3. You're 12 yards off the ball.
Yep.
No sense to me. Hold on. What did we say Friday was the keys to? What was it? What was the talk Friday? The keys to victory. 2 people we had to stop. Can I ask you guys the 2 people? I only want to
Cordell Patterson and Kyle Pitts.
Okay, who did we stop Sunday?
No, nobody.
Exactly. Yo, listen, Brisson. Yo, they look like all-stars out there, bro. That's just crazy, man. That's how are you this ill prepared? How do you have your corners this far off the ball? I didn't get it, man. No pressure on Ryan, bro. Just like it was.
And the weird thing was, Tyrone, even in big spots, they didn't even blitz. They were relying on the 4-man rush, and
they didn't fucking touch him.
Quinn Williams didn't do anything. They didn't do nothing. They didn't disrupt anything. So to me, it's like as a coaching staff, and I know Salah said, well, you know what? We thought one thing, they did something else. Okay, that happened a couple times. But to me, I'd rather die with the blitz than get picked apart by Matt Ryan like that. Where, dude, they were just roasting us. He had 340 yards, and he was back to his friggin' all-pro days.
Bro, that's
crazy. And I don't like the explanation today either, as far as John Franklin Myers and Bryce Huff when they were covering on those 2 touchdowns. I'm sorry, just because it worked a couple times when you did it earlier in the year and nobody noticed. No, I noticed when Quinn Williams was out there in coverage 2 weeks ago. We all noticed that. People noticed that shit.
When I saw Huff in the end zone, I was like, "Why is he there?" Prime time, bro.
Is it me, or is it seeming like that's becoming a pattern where they're just putting guys in positions where they shouldn't be? Like Elijah Moore's supposed to be a great slot receiver. They're trying to force him on the outside. Denzel Mims, he's got to learn 3 different positions in order to see the field. You got CJ Mosley, who started the year trying to learn outside linebacker. It just seems like they're trying to have all these guys learn multiple things, which can be a good thing if you have injuries, but why not be good at one thing first?
Well, the other thing too is now you have Jared Davis coming back. So now they're like, well, Quincy Williams may be more situational. I'd find a defense where you get all 3 of them on the field. Go your 4-3 defense and have all 3 linebackers figured out. Find a way to get this all done.
How about he earns his playing time when he comes back? Let's see what he is first. We have no idea what this kid is.
Exactly. What is
he's done nothing. Exactly. Let's see that he's actually healthy first. Let's see him on the field.
He's a good
earn some of his reps. If he plays well, you can put him out there more.
He's a good cover linebacker. What has he done? You know what I'm saying? Listen, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was totally surprised how bad our defense played. I was really shocked. Offensively, everything. You know what I'm saying? I was just dumbfounded. I was not expecting Landon to really be able to just be just like that. And we overly got out coached by a rookie head coach.
Yep.
An veteran quarterback. You know what I'm saying? No pressure. Guys wide open. I mean, you down to their 5th cornerback. They're down to their 4th receiver. You got Pitts and your man out there acting like he the reincarnation of
Tony Gonzalez.
Barry. No. But what's my man Cordell Patterson? What's the running back name from used to play for the Rams? Hall of Famer Marshall Faulk.
Marshall Faulk.
He looked like Marshall Faulk out there, bro. He out there running catches. Listen,
right up the middle they were going too. They were going right to the heart of our defense.
Can I ask you a question? And maybe it's just me, or maybe I'm just frustrated. I had a really rough day. I just left the gym. I had to go punch some shit and lift something really heavy because I think my show's probably messed up too. But listen, I'm telling you this. Can we stop a fucking wheel route run? Can they figure out how to cover a running back out the backfield? You have to tell me this is a 10-year problem. Can't get the pass rush. You got a little bit of a pass rush. You don't use it. You cannot come. Listen, the 2 things you had to stop. Patterson was running the ball up the middle for full speed, bro. 5, 6, 7 yard chunks
before being touched.
Single time.
Yep.
Didn't see that happening, bro.
But dude, we and the weird thing is we did our game preview. We broke down the keys of the game. None of this that happened yesterday was surprising. You knew they were going to feature Pitts, and you knew Patterson was going to be the key. So that's what what's going to happen. And it just seemed like they were just unprepared. And the thing is, it's okay to say that. I can Coach Salah and say, you know what? I think they're unprepared. They came in flat. They were zombies. They were prime time. You kept saying it yesterday. They were fortunate the Falcons left the back in the game because they could have been blown out in a dramatic fashion. Yeah. But when you look at with the goal of the team, yes, it's a rebuilding year. That doesn't mean you give away games, you blow games, and you throw away games. Yes, there was a throwaway game. I don't understand it. And this one clown on Twitter keeps saying, dude, there's a lot to grow off of yesterday. Yeah, because we were so bad. Any positive is a good thing. You get 2 first downs in the first quarter, you grew off because you did better. But dude, yesterday was a clunker, man, and it was embarrassing. So the second half was more exciting and you had opportunities. But then the other thing is when they find a way to get back in the game, which was a miracle, Then the defense choked right off the bat. They scored touchdown. The next play was 30-something yards to Pitts. Boop.
Yep.
Over.
Yep.
Can't get off the field when you need a big stop. Same
crazy,
shit.
man.
And this to me, man, this is the biggest trend of all. This first half coming out flat has got to stop, bro. Listen, I'm sorry.
Yep.
I mean, and I don't. We said we discussed it before. I don't know if it's because, you know what I'm saying, our coordinator is on the field. He's used to being in the box. I don't know what it is. Whatever he's doing is not working. He's not seeing the game the way he needs to make the proper adjustments. After halftime, or sometime third quarter-ish, he starts figuring things out. But by that time, man, you know, like Sunday, it was just too late. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I mean, listen, in our quarterback, listen, I want to say this about the kid. I know the kid has talent. You know what I'm saying? I know that I do believe that we have a decent coaching staff. But they have to find a way to make it easy for this kid. And I thought that, you know, listen, because I guess I thought we were getting the San Francisco offense. We were getting this offensive genius. And it looks more like Adam Gase to me than anything. I just want to put that out. So it looks like to me, because I'm used to the same thing. I'm used to not producing. And even with him, I don't think we ever had a half where it was 45 yards, you know what I'm saying, at a halftime. I mean, I don't think it got that bad. You know what I'm saying? So this is what it is. And listen, we're not sitting on the show talking about our team. We love this team, but we can critique what we see. And I'm watching this back. I'm 9:30 in the morning, bro, over a hangover. I'm hurt. But
Tyron, but here's my other thing. And I'm concerned now because I don't like what's going on with the offense as a whole. Whether that means the coach, the quarterback, the coordinator, the quarterback coach, whatever it is. And I think now more than ever, I mean, and I'll say I said this back in April, May. Now more than ever, I wish we had a veteran quarterback on this team, because you're getting to times in these games or times where it's not about winning the game. It's about, you can't even run your offense with Zach Wilson sometimes, where he looks lost. He looks overwhelmed when you start seeing him missing a screen pass, hitting a lineman in the back of the head with the helmet, with the football. Like, you know what? This is like the Patriot game. You know what, man? Listen, today is not your day. Go sit down. Go bring in whoever it is, even if it's Josh Johnson. I honestly don't give a shit. I wish it was somebody better than that, but Joe Douglas is too arrogant with that. But I wish we had a veteran quarterback you could bring in and say, you know what? Let's at least run our offense so we know our offense actually works. Because we don't even know if our offense works. Like, everybody kind of says, you know, yesterday Zach Wilson sucked. It wasn't LaFleur. We don't even know that, because we haven't seen this offense fully function for 4 quarters of a football game yet. Have we seen this a well-tuned offense at all in 5 games? No. So we don't know what it is. So if you have to say, you know what, Zach, it's been 2.5 quarters. You know what? I think your hamstring hurts a little bit, or your finger's kind of banged up. Why don't you sit this one out? Go in the tent for a second. Go get that figured out. Bring the veteran quarterback, finish the game, salvage it, and then go. But I think now more than ever, it's obvious they needed one here. They did.
And if there's ever a time to try to rectify that mistake of not doing it in the offseason, you do it now during the bye week.
Absolutely right.
You give the new guy 2 weeks to learn the offense, to get comfortable with his receivers, with the playbook. This would be the time to do it. And
it's not saying that you don't believe in Zach Wilson. You're doing what's best for him. When he's like this, when you could tell, man, he is just shaking. He's trying so hard to be good at it. But now
I do want to see how he comes back, from the bye week though.
But dude,
2 weeks to look at some film, see what he's doing wrong.
But you should have a veteran quarterback on this team, dude. And
absolutely,
because you want to keep your team competitive, you want to stay in the games. And hey, you know what? At the end of the day, you want to win games too. That's the goal. The goal is to win and develop. You're not developing an offense if your quarterback can't throw passes, especially the easy ones. And your teams get demoralized, and you're not growing. Like right now, Elijah Moore's not getting better with any of this. You don't know what he is because he hasn't got anything. So
you crush his confidence.
Listen, and I understand that you want Zach Wilson to take his bumps and bruises. He's taking them. He's taking them. He is getting his ass beat. He's doubted. He's overwhelmed. He looks lost. At some point, you got to say, you know what? Today's not your day, man. That's just the way it is. It's sometimes you sit, you learn, you come back, you play better. To me, dude, to be honest with you, the bye week's coming at a great time. They need this bye week in the worst way. They need to get the hell off the field and regroup.
I mean, 4 interceptions, you definitely would sit them down, right? I'm just saying. But
I would have pulled them at 3 the one game. Shit.
Listen, at the end of the day, man, we all diehard Jet fans. We all want the best for this team. And at the end of the day, I told you, I didn't care about wins and losses. I just want to see progression. And when I don't want to see regression, and that's what's scaring me the most is I'm watching us come out and just be flat in the first half, and then we start making a run in the second half. But by that time, the defense already took 40, 45 snaps. You know what I'm saying? Going into the game. I mean, you can't have 3 and outs, bro, for the whole first half. Or you know what I'm saying? We had 2 first downs the first half.
So this is the new narrative, Jomo. So I'm glad you brought this up because now when in doubt, when your quarterback doesn't play well, let's compare him to one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL and say this. So Jomo, in your opinion, you didn't think he looks lost. I think when my quarterback can't throw a fucking screen pass and he can't throw the easy throws, he's overwhelmed and he's becoming lost in the offense. He's trying too hard, doesn't know what he's doing. Like these comparisons, it's like amateur hour shit. And that's on Salah. Well, if you look at Josh Allen's stats and look at this guy, I don't want to look at anybody's fucking stats. I'm looking at your stats. Let's let Zach Wilson be Zach Wilson and call him what he is and let him be what he's going to be. Don't give me these fucking analogies, dude. I hate that shit.
Well, I get why every Jet fan's trying to do it. We're trying to make ourselves feel better.
You're trying to make yourself feel better.
Yeah, but at the same time, for every Josh Allen example, there's probably 10 others that go the other direction.
How many have we seen firsthand?
Guys like Mitch Trubisky, or if you want to point to Geno Smith, I'm sure his first 5 games were somewhat decent. Mark Sanchez. It can go the other way too. If you don't,
it's like now. So now we're gonna do is we're gonna see in our own eyes exactly what we know we're seeing, but we're gonna ignore it and just give me some fluff that some media asshole says, or some fucking analyst says, or some fucking fanboy goddamn person on Twitter says. Be yourself and say what you really think. Like, why is it so hard to be yourself these days? Like, I don't understand. We watch shit football. Your quarterback played like shit
because
easy fucking passes he's not making. That's called lost.
And defending Salah and defending Zach Wilson, that gets more likes and retweets. That's what it's about.
It's okay to say, you know what? There is a chance. I know the fanboys aren't going to like this. You may have to take your pom-poms down for 1 second. There may be a chance that Salah's got to step in and say, you know what, LaFleur, we got to change shit up because you're not doing a good job right now. That may actually be a case here. Understand that.
If we're being honest, just watching the product on the field, you take away all the press conferences and Salah on the sideline, you take away his sound bites, and you just read the transcripts of everything he says after the game. Watching the product on the field, would you be able to tell the difference from last year or the 2 years with Gase versus this team this year?
No.
So okay, why are we complaining? We expect to lose a game. Okay, so actually, Jets gang, you're wrong. We expected to win yesterday because we had a good chance on several aspects of the game to be very competitive and play quality football. So if your expectation yesterday was to be down 20-3 at halftime and have 65 yards passing in the third quarter, I guess we're completely different people because I didn't expect that. I expected better out of the offense. That's just me, though.
I think we all expected 1 or 2 or a few of these clunkers throughout the year, but like 5 straight to start the season. I don't think anybody.
We have low expectations, but let's not act like this should be an 0-17 team here. My God,
and like you said before, dude, there's backup quarterbacks out there right now that are playing. I mean, I know a lot of the rookies are struggling. At least Sam's struggling too, so we could all be miserable together. But
so
a lot of quarterbacks.
They have an opportunity now to self-scout and get things fixed over the next 2 weeks. But to me, this is on Salah, dude. He has got to say, you know what? I got to save my offense and I got to save my quarterback because this is spiraling in the wrong direction now. And the trends are bad. And Tyron, you made a good point from before, is your first 2 weeks of the season, you're catching the NFL by surprise because they don't know what we are. They haven't seen our system. They haven't seen our schemes. They haven't seen anything. Now what they're figuring out is, you know what? Let's watch the Jets tape, unlike what the fans are doing. We're going to watch your tape and analyze it and find ways to scheme and attack it and make them change up what they're trying to do. So it's like a chess game. Okay, you made your first 3 moves. We've now watched your first 3 moves. We're going to counter them with our own moves. And how do you adjust and how do you handle it? And now this is what's going on here. It's not good, man. On offense, it's not good. It's just bad football.
And having a veteran quarterback, like, you know what I'm saying, being able to, when a young fella comes off the field, and what they're doing is they're giving them one look, and they're changing. It's Belichick bullshit. They're giving them one look, and then they switch what they're doing when the ball is hyped. So he's confused on where to go with the ball. You know what I'm saying? So having a veteran quarterback could be like, look, man, this is what they're doing. When you see this, you know the hot read is here, the hot read is there. He's not getting that from his offensive coordinator or, you know what I'm saying, his quarterback coach. That's what's going on. But a veteran who's been in a battle, who's seen this up close and personal, understands that. So if you're not going to give him a play that could be successful on multiple fronts, that's where you're failing them at. Because if you're giving them a play for what you think they're going to give you, and they're switching it up, they're doing it every single time. They'll bring a guy up, or they'll bring a robber up, throw somebody in the flat because they know that's where he wants to go. Stuff like that, man.
See, those are the kind of mistakes that I think we all expect from him. Not hitting a fucking wide open running back on a screenplay, throwing the ball in the dirt on another screen to who's it, Berrios or Crowder, I forget. Yep. I mean, like those are the plays that we expect him to make. Like the basic wide open, easy, short, intermediate throws. Like those are the ones he's got to be making, and those are the plays that are ultimately going to keep the offense in a rhythm. And that's part of why we're not in a rhythm right now.
But what's
we're
the
leaving plays on the field.
What's the young quarterback's best friend? A running game and a tight end, correct?
Usually. We abandoned the running game too quick again.
We have half and half. Yo, listen, a solid tight end.
Choice, but
a solid tight end would have really been good for this kid. Somebody who's short hands, who could be a big target in the middle, down the seams. What he needs, bro.
Patriots signed 2 of them. Wish the Jets had some money this offseason.
Just 2. They signed both of them. Yeah, 2 of them.
They got 2. They got 2.
We didn't sign 1.
Nope.
We got Tyler Croft, man. Come on.
We had Chris Herndon. We had Chris Herndon coming back.
No, but the weird thing is, like, you see there are some things that you could be excited about, like Michael Carter's playing well. Chris Herndon's terrible. Yeah, but Michael Carter's, he's doing good things. There are little things, but it's like it's hard to know what everybody is when the offense is this bad. Like, you have no idea what the potential of any of these players are. And early on, it seems like Zach Wilson kind of focuses on Corey Davis. That's his go-to guy. Whether he catches the ball or not, who knows? But then it's like, all right, then you have Elijah Moore, you have Jamison Crowder. Like, to me, Jamison Crowder returning was the one safety valve I thought they can use the most for Zach Wilson, because he's reliable, dude. Excellent route runner, consistent hands. You throw the ball to a spot, he's always going to be there. Like, they didn't get him involved. Like, the easiest of plays to get the players involved, they don't do any of them. And primetime, we said this yesterday. You watch the Falcon offense, it's like a well-scripted like opera. Everybody's doing their own thing. You watch the Jets, it's like a string, dude. Like, every play is a string where it's like everybody's scratching and clawing for yards and this and that. You're fighting for space. Every other offense, like, you watch football all day yesterday. Every other offense, high flying, receivers are running wide open. Like, just
wide open.
Fucking Josh Allen in that Sunday night game. He made the Zach Wilson throw on the run where he pointed. He did that same shit, made it look like it was nothing. Just flick the wrist.
Listen,
I do this shit all the time. That's what he said.
Why are we watching football where we're seeing receivers get wide open? We watch our team. And guys are struggling.
Yeah, like Tyson was just saying.
And if you listen, I know you guys couldn't listen to the commentary, but I'm listening to the commentary. It's what they're saying. Guys are struggling to get open. You know what I'm saying? There's no separation.
A lot of times there's like 2 or 3 guys in the same area. Like, they're running to the same spots of the field. And like, almost like I understand you start with the bunch formation, but usually they start scattering out. Well, one guy goes right, one guy goes straight, one guy goes in the middle, like 45 degrees. They all go the same way. We got a lot of questions about this, about Becton tweeting free Mims. Listen, man, I'm sure the players know, the locker room knows that Mims can ball, dude. Like, he has potential. And I'm sure when they see the offense being stagnant and struggling, like, give the kid a chance, man.
I didn't look at that at all as like a shot at anybody else, like Keelan.
No,
he's supporting his teammate, the guy that was drafted right after him. Like,
the same thing we're doing right now. We're being honest. It's just, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm a fan. So, listen, I'm looking at it from this perspective. I did not expect, you know what I'm saying? I did not expect us to lose yesterday. I did not expect us to lose at all. I didn't see none of that shit coming. So, you know what I'm saying? When I'm watching the first half, I'm like, oh, it's not looking good at all. I will come back. And then I'm watching us make a little progress, but still, it's the same thing. We're not finishing games, you know what I'm saying? Or we'll finish a game, but we start off so bad you can't finish. That's crazy.
Do you think you would have looked at yesterday's game differently, or you would have looked at it going into the game differently if we were 0-3, not coming off the win?
No, because at the end of the day, Atlanta, listen, what they had out should have been no reason we should have lost that game, bro. They had their top 2 receivers out. Yeah. They were playing their 3rd and 4th receivers.
Secondary was hurt.
Who pulled off the, you know what I'm saying, pulled off the practice, but the secondary was decimated. The offensive linemen were out. So there was no way that, you know what I'm saying. Listen, and then on top of that, man, you know what they're going to do. You know the 2 weapons they have, and that's 2 things you didn't stop. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem, man. You know, it's like they out, like you said, Tyson, in prime time, they out-coached us. And that's scary when you have a team that gets out-coached this early in the season by a rookie head coach.
This is a great point from Ephraim, though. Like, guys are getting open. Like, I haven't looked at the film since we watched, but like just on the television, we saw plenty. I mean, the one deep ball to Corey Davis, I think it was, where Wilson overthrew him, the one to Elijah Moore that he missed, the 2 screenplays we talked about, and I'm sure there are plenty of others where guys are getting open, it seems like. So how much blame can we put on LaFleur if it's just the quarterback?
If that's consistently happening, you need to work with your quarterback to work on his reads, Or then like, you know what, then it's a legitimate problem. Like, all right, then maybe, you know what, you have to have your backup come in and let him run the offense.
Or what if he's doing it in practice, but game time things speed up a little bit and different coverages and shit. He's trying to process everything and it's still just not there yet. This is me trying to slightly defend the Jets a little bit, which
you can try all you want.
Surprising.
I mean, if he's leaving plays on the field, then they got to coach him up and figure out what's going on, because this is 5 games of your first half football. That's just terrible. Yeah. Like, it's not, and the thing is,
first quarter football.
And it's not even fun to watch, man. Like, it's just, and that's the thing. Like, we're looking for like like, especially this week, coming off last week. Maybe the light finally flipped on for Zach Wilson. The offense is trying to figure things out. But it's like they couldn't figure anything out. Like, it was like they were playing the Bills last night. They made the Falcons look like way much better than they actually are.
Yep.
It was
high scoring. We expected a high scoring game. We didn't receive that. You know what I'm saying? And as for defense, man, I'm sitting there watching our defense just get killed. And it's crazy, man. Like, listen, man, like I don't expect this to be a winning team right now. I understand we have a long way to go. But to see that bad of football when we're so hyped up for it, you know what I'm saying? It kills you. You know what I'm saying? This inconsistency. And that's the problem. Like I said, all we wanted this whole season, is growth each week. If I see him getting better each week, I can deal with that. I can accept us being an underdeveloped team because that's what we are. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, man, when you start seeing things for 1 week and you start seeing this beautiful stuff happen, you watch back, they're slowing the game down.
So they've played 5 games, 20 quarters of football. Of those 20 quarters, how many quarters of quality football has Zach Wilson played in 20 quarters? 4?
2.
Maybe Carolina. The Carolina played a little better second half.
2. All right, so you give him both those quarters and then the fourth against Titans.
The Titans, yeah, that's it. What is he? I mean,
4 out of 20 quarters.
Yeah, I mean, that's hard, bro. That's hard. And it's like I said, it's like they're on the field struggling. Then on top of that, man, listen, and I don't know about you guys, how you feel about this. Michael Carter needs more touches. Like, Michael Carter needs more touches.
Everybody needs more touches on offense.
Yeah.
Elijah Moore needs touches. Denzel Mims deserves some touches. Crowder should be touching the ball.
You can't get touches when we're 3 and out, bro. Like 6 times in a row. Like, listen, the best player on our offense is our punter. He's getting the most work. You know what I'm saying? The lines improved a little bit, man. It's just rough, man. Dumb penalties, stuff like that. It's hard.
Yesterday was disappointing, man. Yesterday was so disappointing. And this, I'm telling you, these 2 weeks, they've got to get at it on the offensive room. Sal's got to be in there, make change, and like, don't have too much pride to say, I need help. Bring in a consultant, call your best friends, call whoever you want to come in there and evaluate this offense, self-scout the quarterback, and figure shit out, man.
Listen, call your brother, man. Hey, big bro, I need your help, homie. I'm struggling over here. Help me.
Didn't they already do that in the offseason?
Yeah. They practiced together. Didn't they practice together?
Yeah, they did.
I had to watch my man Deontay Wilder lose. I had to watch that bullshit at that game.
You always a shotgun, too.
That's right.
I told you. I got you. You ready?
Let's go. You're not now if you want. I'm in a bad enough mood.
Me too.
At least we get this treat.
All right. He's got a knife, too. He's going hardcore. This is very fascinating.
I want to see somebody else spill.
So for those of you guys that missed it, Tyrone and I bet the fight. I took Tyson, of course, because I'm not stupid. Here it goes.
Oh.
What is he spilling everywhere?
That's a lot of spillage.
What the hell?
That's more than
He's spilling in the front. He's spilling in the back. He's spilling everywhere.
Down his arm. It was like dripping down his arm.
What are we doing? Now he's burping.
That was a lot.
You did it. Man. At least you did it, but.
Well, I struggled. I didn't do good. What happened?
You spilled it.
You spilled. You had some at the end, some at the front.
Man, there wasn't a lot of spillage, bro. There's not a lot of spillage, bro.
Yes, there was. You know what? I'll do a video breakdown of this. Don't worry about it. I'll get Romeo.
We'll break down the tape on that. Sometimes the camera makes it look like there's a lot more than there really is.
Yeah. It's a little droppy. Not much.
Yeah.
I mean, it was rough, bro.
So I guess I don't know what you guys want. We can cover more if you want. I mean, go throw up. It's just, to me, it's just a disappointing game. And
the toughest part, dude, is like when you're watching all these other games, like the Sunday night game, and you're watching the Bills and Chiefs have that shootout, and the fucking Chargers and Browns in that game. Like, you realize just how much further behind we are from so many other teams right now, and how long this is going to be. Like, we're 2 years away. Like, we always use that old expression, like we're 2 years away from like being 2 years away. Like, that's where we're at right now. We're 2 years away from maybe being 2 years away from like competing for something serious. That's
Yeah, and this is another thing. Like, you want to see him. There's a couple plays yesterday where Zach Wilson could have ran for first downs, but he ended up throwing the ball, and he had so much landscape in front of him. Remember, probably the one I almost threw something. I'm like,
pissed on one of them
because Tyrone, he had about 10 yards off to the right of him. His eyes are down the field. He could have. It's like sometimes get the first down, live for another play, man. Just get it. You don't have to make the money throw every time. Just see what's in front of you and get the yards.
Keep the chains moving, bro. That's the most important thing, man. Take the 3-yard hit. Take the 5-yard run. Keep the offense flow. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, I don't know. It's what I'm saying earlier about the Corey Davis thing, right? Listen, like, if I watch him throw the ball to Corey Davis with 4 receivers around, 4 cornerbacks around him again, bro, I'm going to lose my fucking mind, bro. Stop throwing the ball in the triple coverage, man. That makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, listen, I understand it's a growth process. You know what I'm saying? We got a bye week. You know what I'm saying? They got a chance to come in, rebuild, revamp this, figure this out, come out with some quality football, especially with the scripted stuff. The first 15 plays should be easy. You know what I'm saying? That should be easy, bro. That should be where you know what you're going to do. And those are the plays I'm talking about when you come out, when you already setting up something for multiple fronts. Okay, if this happens here, the ball go here. You know what I'm saying? Those scripted plays should be already, you know what I'm saying? Set
but easy throws, though. They should be easy throws. Let's see. So, Jomo, his issues can be taught out of him. Footwork, timing throws, 3-step drop, get the ball out. This is learning how to play quarterback in the NFL. Repetition leads to accuracy. Listen, we're not – but the thing is, we're not questioning his raw talent. Like, we're not questioning that at all. We're questioning the coaching, the game plan, the play calling, and getting him just comfortable in the offense.
But Tyson, no, that's not what Jomo is saying, though.
That's what I'm saying.
No, but listen, the point Jomo just made is a real point. Like, we've been saying this from day one. Listen, 3-step drops. Get the ball out the kid's hand. That's how, you know what I'm saying? And to me, if they speed the game up for him, when you see the game go faster for him, it's like he's sharper. He plays better. It's like when you slow it down, I don't know. I don't know if he's overthinking or if he's I don't know what he's doing. But when the game is just at that slow, stagnant pace, he plays at a slow and stagnant pace. You understand that? Yep. That's what just drives me crazy with that, man.
I don't know if it's just. Oh, go ahead.
Get prime again.
I was just gonna say, I mentioned it during the game. Like, I don't know if it was me, if you guys noticed the same thing, but like, it seems like a lot of times, like when he goes from that first read to a second read, his shoulders almost like stay in the same spot. So like he's like looking like down the middle of the field and he's trying to throw it towards the sideline, and like his arm's going, but his shoulders aren't. So I don't know if that's part of the issue, if it's like more footwork or what it is, but it just seems like once he's going from that first read to a second read, things start to.
I'm not gonna say Scott Sauer's the bad coach, man. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's what the comment is. I'm really concerned that Sal's a defensive coordinator isn't a good head coach like Gus Bradley, Dan Quinn, and Todd Bowles. I think it's way too early for that assessment. If anything, you're going to learn a lot about him now with the offense like this. I think Sal is probably a good motivator of men, very well respected, good football guy. All this, but maybe he made a questionable hire at offensive coordinator. Man, maybe the hire wasn't. Maybe he should have went for a veteran coordinator when you have so much inexperience on your staff and no veteran quarterback behind him. There's a lot of newness, a lot of inexperience there. Maybe he made a mistake there, and time will tell. But this next 2 weeks, you got to figure it out.
And the one thing no one is speaking on, man, we lost a big part of our offense when we lost, you know what I'm saying, our help when the old boy unfortunately bike accident. You know what I'm saying? That was a big move, and I understand out of respect they didn't want to adjust and just bring someone in. I understand that. But at the same time, when you have a rookie offensive coordinator, he needs really somebody smart in the building to help him, because I think he's overthinking a lot of things too. Yeah, but I mean, not right. Yeah, it's not working. It's not working.
No,
it's not working. Listen, there's no way you can come out with 15 script plays and, you know what I'm saying, you're putting up 65 yards passing in the first half of football against a team who is ranked 32nd in the league in defense. That's crazy, bro. That's us.
But here's the problem now with LaFleur, though. I mean, are you going to make a move after 1 year and now give Zach Wilson a completely different offense to learn in year 2? You almost can't do that. We've been down that path before.
No, you can't. But you have.
I don't think it makes any sense. So it almost seems like we're going to be. I don't want to say we're stuck with him, but like we're going to have to kind of work through these struggles and see if these two can figure it out together.
Hey, prime time. You know, that's a hell of a point right there, bro. Because we cannot do the same destructive stuff we've done every single year with a rookie quarterback. You cannot change his coordinator, but at the same time, you have to give him some help. You have to get him.
Yeah, help. But you're also walking a fine line by putting this kid out there week in and week out and have him play like this. If you don't see any glimmer of hope or glimmer of progression over some period of time, you'd be like, listen, man, we may have to take him out a little bit, let him sit and learn from somebody else that can run the offense and say, you know what, that's how this offense is supposed to be run. Right now, there's nobody at camp that can do that. This is why we wanted Nick Foles. This is why we wanted Josh McCown. This is why we wanted all these guys.
Listen, I think Rex Ryan said it best.
You just cut out.
I think we just lost him.
Yep.
Now you're back.
You're back. Now you just broke up, man.
With me?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I said no, Tyson. You're absolutely correct. Go ahead, finish your point, Tyson. I want to hear your point.
You were just saying Rex Ryan said it best.
What did Rex say?
I wanted to hear the quote.
Rex Ryan said it best, man. You know what I'm saying? When you have a rookie quarterback, you can't baby him. You know what I'm saying? The one mistake he made with Mark Sanchez is he babied him. You know what I'm saying? He allowed this kid to feel like he had it, and that was the issue he had. If he would have made this kid work harder or put more structure in this kid's life, he'd have been better.
With that on Sanchez. I don't think they babied him at all. He was fine his first 2 years. Once they took everything away from him, then that's where he started going to shit.
They protected him with a great running game and a great offensive line.
That's how you gradually ease.
That's a smart way to do it.
In the NFL, I think.
That's how you
grow and gain confidence early on. I think that makes sense.
But listen, the one thing we know about our young quarterback, he can sling the ball, but can he make the small plays? And that's what it is, man. Like you know, I think Aaron Rodgers told him. He said, "Look, man, you play boring football. You make 2 or 3 great throws a game. You'll be a legend."
Yeah, how many years? How many years did Aaron Rodgers sit and watch the game before he played? What, 3?
Exactly. I mean, exactly. Plus had a great offensive.
We don't make that comparison though. Let's bring up Josh Allen though. Let's bring up that comparison instead. It's more fun.
And you know what's so crazy, bro? Like, listen, I don't care who anybody is. Yeah, there's no fucking way that you watch Josh Allen and thought he would be what he will be right now. I'm sorry. You can play that BS. You can play that scenario. And nobody wanted. If we took Josh Allen, we would have lost our fucking mind.
But my point is chaos. This is. Right now,
I know your point, Tyson. I'm just saying, but everyone is saying that. When Josh Allen first came in the league, we thought Josh Allen was trash. Facts. He went to a good organization with a structured head coach and a structured general manager who put pieces around this kid to make this kid better.
Yep.
We had Sam Darnold, who we thought was a steal of the draft, and we ruined the kid because we didn't have the pieces around him to make him be successful. That's why we lost. Now, Zach has a better structure around him. He has a better team around him, just not fully completed yet.
Well, but the structure remains to be seen. When you had Josh Allen going to whose offense around an established offense with established veteran coach, all the other stuff there. A different program. This you're going into a brand new program with all brand new coaches, brand new pieces, brand new everything. It's a little bit different, no? See, to me, it's like the Josh Allen thing is easy to do because he's one of the best quarterbacks in football now. Well, he started off slow too. You can break down 17 or 18 different quarterbacks and break down how we all started. Oh, look what Peyton Manning did. Look what Andrew Luck did. Look what this guy did. Great. But there's also a lot of scenarios where it didn't work out. I don't care about none of that shit. I don't care about comparisons. The only thing I care about is what we see here and how you can fix it. And to me, it's concerning how it's being handled in a variety of ways. So obviously, we all agree that, you know what, you have a lot, first-time coordinator, first-time quarterback coach, no veteran quarterback. Okay, you have all those problems. How do you fix it? You have 2 weeks to do it. You bring in a veteran quarterback? Do you do something? You know, at what point do you say, you know what, this kid's got to sit a little bit? I understand trial by fire and learning that way, but at some point that becomes detrimental where it's becoming counterproductive.
Yeah, because then you're back with where we were at the end of year 3 of Sam talking about a reclamation project, you know, and you don't want to get to that point. But slowly, and I mentioned this a couple of weeks ago, like slowly we're seeing Zach Wilson start to develop some bad habits. And whether or not, you know, those are things that could be corrected or not, you know, we'll see throughout the year. We'll see in the offseason. We're probably not going to find out everything this year. It's going to be a long process, but you definitely don't like seeing him like develop certain shit like that.
Sitting him is not the worst thing you could do. Sometimes I'm not saying you have to do it right now, but the play continues like this. At some point, sometimes taking a breather, sitting on the sideline and saying, you know what, let's watch somebody else run the offense, see how it's done. The problem with the Jets is they don't have nobody can do that. Mike White isn't the guy. That's the problem. Like you wish this is where having a veteran in practice helps because they can help run your offense. So you have like somebody pushing Zach Wilson and shows you, okay, this is my read. This is what I did. This is why I did it. Let me show you. Like there's nobody that can do that with him there. Whatever. It is. It
almost seems like they were too cocky at quarterback coming into the year. Like they felt like we weren't going to need to go to the backup at all.
Yeah, it's a little bit arrogance. Arrogance by Douglas, arrogance by Saleh, arrogance with LaFleur.
Feels that way. Yep.
Absolutely. I agree with you, Tyson. Absolutely.
So
When you're making that kind of mistake, bro, you understand what happens. You know what I'm saying? You got a veteran in there that's gonna push him, make him accountable, let him know that if you make these mistakes, hey, look, bro, I'm here for your job. You know what I'm saying? Or to be able to help groom him, help teach him. Remember when Sam got hurt in his first season? And he came back, he played so much better because he had time to sit down. The game slowed down. He was able to watch.
And his second year, same thing.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah, he was able to grow. And that's what you do, man, when you're a young quarterback. So
yeah, this is a fair point too. I think the problem we're seeing is no experienced coordinators. This means it's going to take a lot longer for Zach to develop because coaches take longer to figure things out. Excellent point.
Yep.
And you're seeing those growing pains now. It's just not quarterback growing pains. It's coaching quarterback pains too. It's just rough, man. It's tough to watch sometimes.
Because that time management stuff has to grow.
Should the Jets trade for Beckham? They can't even find out ways to use Mims and Moore right now, let alone Beckham. Can you imagine Beckham?
The receivers aren't the problem.
They probably say Beckham's got to earn his reps.
Gosh, imagine.
The receiver's not the problem. You know what I'm saying?
Go well here.
Could you imagine? Oh man! So we got another one. Don't sit and pull the playbook back and let him build confidence through executing a more conservative playbook. I mean, you look at how the Patriots are handling Mac Jones. Mac Jones is getting a lot of easy reads, man. He's game managing the game. He's making all quick reads, easy reads, and they're moving the football at least.
But if the easy throws are the throws that he's struggling the most with, then how does that?
Well, you got then if you can't make easy throws, do you have a whole nother problem here?
But I'm saying right now it seems like that's like where he's struggling the most. No.
Yep.
Well, then isn't that not an indictment on your coaching staff then? Plays? If your quarterback can't make easy reads and easy throws, that's an indictment not only on him, it's on your coaching staff too. Then.
Yeah, I mean it has to be. Somebody that's
comes full circle, man.
You got to put that on the coaching staff, not making easy throws.
I mean, what is he doing in practice?
If you can't hit an open receiver on a screen pass, I mean,
then what are you doing? What is he doing in practice? What are they do? If after 2 weeks you can't.
That's what I said before, though. Is it a matter of him just not being able to execute it, or is it game speed? Things speed up and things go whack.
They go game speed in practice and figure out what the hell's going wrong. Isn't that your priority? Make the kid figure out how to play football.
Yeah.
That hit Moses in the back of the helmet, bro. That was just. That wasn't cute, bro. Like that was just, bro. That was retarded, bro. Like I was like, come on.
And that was right after the other one they threw in dirt.
Yep. Yeah.
Back to back.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So let's see. Any of you guys in favor of trading for Foles? I was since April.
They're not going to trade him now. Yes, we've been talking about it all off season. Yeah, all off season.
Well, because now knowing this team and the way they are, they'd be worried about the backlash. Like, oh no, you can't trade for Foles. Because like, oh, is Foles going to be your starter? This and that. Because now it's going to be like it's reactionary. Like we're panicking or something like that. So they definitely won't do this.
You bring him in. You should have bought him in this spring. A
while ago.
You should have had.
Wasn't there something about McCown out there during the week?
Yeah, I don't know. That was. Whoever, I think that was that a Jet Press article because I'm blocked by them.
It probably was. I don't know.
Yeah.
Somehow this shit always ends up.
Tyson, you got to play this kid. They have no backup first, and to be fair, Zach, the playbook sucks. Turn this kid loose and let him create. Danny, I'm saying they could play him all you want. Play him great, but if he's struggling this much and it's going backwards, or it's apparent that he's overwhelmed, at some point you can take him out of a game, man. It's okay to do that. Like you can. At some point, it becomes counterproductive, man.
I'll keep saying what I've been saying most of the show, that as far as the playbook goes, most of the season I've ripped LaFleur, and especially in the first half, he deserves all the criticism he's getting there. But for this Sunday, there were absolutely plays that were left on the field that quarterback didn't execute, and we still had a few drops too on top of that.
Did they really say Moore isn't playing because there isn't enough snaps? Yeah, Salah. I mean, the bloom is off the rose in terms of. The bloom is off the rose in terms of Salah and his press conferences, man, because you take all his preseason and offseason press conferences and the dribble he's trying to communicate now. It's like, come on, bro. Like
that's why it's hard. Because like you were saying before, like I like the guy. Like we all
like him a lot.
He's an easy guy to root for. He's a good personality, but like some of the shit he's saying.
The handling of Mims and the comments on Moore, when you praise Elijah Moore endlessly the entire preseason and offseason, like how great he is.
Can't find a way to get the ball in his hand.
And the reason why you're not getting the ball in his hands because there's not enough plays. How about the plays you do have? You get the ball in his hands, and then you can get more plays. It's a novel idea.
Crazy concept, right?
Yeah,
and you would think also, like, just like as far as answering the questions, like the PR guys that have been in that building for the last 10 years that have seen it go down with Bowles and Gase and everything, like they should know the questions that are coming. Like they should be able to help this guy out too a little bit, like prepare him for like what he's gonna be fed, and like give him some answers that is actually gonna fire up the fans a little bit. Well, see, the heart like he was in the offseason. It seemed like everything he said in the offseason was from the heart. It was genuine. And now he's trying to be like more diplomatic with his answers.
And you know what? You're making a good point, though, because the one thing, too, is like I think he's trying to be too diplomatic on the sidelines, too, because he looks like Todd Bowles on the sidelines now. Yeah. It's like you very rarely see emotion at him. He's kind of like looking, and it's like not what any of us expected whatsoever, man. Like you're waiting for like that fire and brimstone and that.
Absolutely.
Now I understand you want your coach to stay composed and be involved in the game and see every aspect of it, but the only time you ever see emotion is when they walk off the field. Good job, interception, good job, fumble, good job. Like I think it's a good job, or a bad call from the refs. But this is the one point we saw a lot today was Kadarius Toney yesterday. One game for the Giants showed how to use a rookie wide receiver. In all fairness. The only reason why they did that is because all their receivers are hurt. So they weren't featuring him. They waited till he was the last possible option, and now they fell into something because he did show up, though.
They should knew what he was. The same way we should know what our rookie is, man. You know what I'm saying? They've been watching him in practice all summer long. It's not like, we didn't know what this kid was going to be or how explosive this
he is super dynamic, man. Holy shit, is Toney dynamic.
Same with Mims. Same with Mims. You know what I'm saying? Find a way to get the kid on the field. You know what I'm saying? Because whatever you're doing is not working. And not having a tight end, bro, is absolutely ridiculous, man. Like, absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, but if you don't have, and I agree about the tight end. I agree. But you have receivers that can catch. You have 4 or 5 good receivers. And you have running backs that catch the ball out of the backfield. Like, you can get creative. You can use them. Like, listen, Mims got some good size. To be honest with you, Yeboah is an oversized wide receiver because he's not a very good blocker. You had him active yesterday. You couldn't, you know what? Try anything. Dude, try anything and everything. Get your quarterback comfortable.
True indeed. You're right.
So, I mean, now it's like, it's just, now you understand, like, when they're playing like this, everybody wants to pull out every possible excuse to justify poor play. That's fine. I get it. But sometimes you got to hold people accountable and call, if it looks like a skunk, it's a skunk, man. It's just the way it is. Right?
No, listen, I'm not going to say anything about the people that are trying to defend this team. I get why they're doing it. And it's probably the more rational take through 5 games with a brand new, coach and quarterback and new regime and all that. But, it looks way too similar to what we've seen so far.
Yeah, and you can only evaluate
but still looks very
it's only you can evaluate on what you've seen. Now, listen, if they would have lost like that yesterday playing the Bills or the Rams or like a top Buccaneers that are going to blow us out of the building, listen, man, if the Buccaneers defense is shutting us down to 65 yards passing, I completely get it. But with the expectations of this game by itself in this little igloo of a game, this little isolated area, one game, our expectations for this team, which we have low expectations for to begin with, was much better than they performed. They didn't get off the plane. They didn't. That's just that. So, like, prime time, like, I understand that the notion of the whole season, what we're all about. I'm not saying they should go 12 and whatever 5 or some shit. We expected a lot more yesterday, and they fell flat on their face completely on a national stage when they were coming off, an encouraging performance. That's what it is. Now, coming 2 weeks from now, 2 weeks from now, we're going to be like, hey, you know what? Maybe they can bounce back against the Patriots and do this and do that. And we're going to hope that you see progress. You didn't see progress yesterday, though. That's
it. It's not the losses. It's how they're losing. It's the way they're playing, especially out the gate, the first half. It's been the same issues for 5 games now. At some point, you got to figure it out.
And the one thing, this is what John mentioned here, was talking about, where is it at? He something that I was complaining about yesterday was like, Salah with the all gas, no break. And then he didn't blitz at all. Like, they weren't even attacking Bryant, especially in the second half when you get back in the game. Like, all right, let's be a little more aggressive on defense. I mean, they got a couple of forced fumbles, which is great, but it wasn't on a pass rush, though. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, maybe you don't trust your secondary because they were getting beat as it was. Or maybe with all the money that you're investing into this defensive line now with Franklin Myers' contract, you're paying Rankins, Quinnen Williams, 3rd overall pick. He's making some dough. Maybe you expected them to be able to generate the pass rush on their own.
What did Quinnen Williams do yesterday?
I don't care, man.
Nothing.
I don't care. Listen.
He's had 2 great games and he's been invisible, it seems like, for the other 3.
Yeah. My whole point is this, bro. Listen, you put pressure on him, bro. Like, if you have problems with your secondary, you put pressure on him so you make him throw the ball early. You don't let him be back there comfortable, bro, pick you apart. That's exactly what he did. He's a savvy veteran. You can't have that happen.
They gave him too much time. This is a good point by Neil. We saw this a lot today on Twitter, was you can have all these good receivers, but if only 2 are on the field at one time, how are Mims and Moore going to go down the field? Wesco and Griffin getting the reps is crazy. Yeah,
Griffin was out there way too much for me.
Yeah, good point.
Griffin was out there a lot too, man. I was like, holy shit.
Nothing being done.
Super chat.
Did I?
Yeah, I got it. Did you get this one?
Nope. I don't understand why John Franklin Myers was covering Pitts on the touchdown play. Then the next drive, Huff was asked to cover too.
And Saleh addressed that today too
Yep.
in his press conference. He said that they've been doing that I guess a couple times this year, and nobody else noticed it. So when it works, you're great, and when it doesn't, you're an idiot. But
and he said the one play they thought it was a definite run, and Atlanta passed it, and they were caught off guard. It was a good play call. He said so. I don't know.
It just seems like we always do that. We talked about Quinnen Williams early in the year when he dropped back, and like guys like Sheldon Richardson. That year he was always dropping back as an outside linebacker. That made no sense.
No sense. Yeah.
So like when you have somebody that does something well, just like let them do that one thing that they do well. Don't try and complicate it and outthink yourself. Usually,
stop trying to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah, the Jets have no interceptions at the 5 games, which is kind of crazy.
I didn't know that stat.
Trade for Russell. Come on, we're not trading for Russell Wilson. Get out of here. What is this nonsense?
Well, once Geno Smith takes over, I mean,
yeah.
Hey man,
he goes on a run here.
Bro, hey, listen, I hope Geno throws for 300 yards a game, and I hope to lose every game that he starts. But I hope Geno does well. I'm just hoping.
So this is a fair point too. If the offense finishes ranked 30th or worse overall, would you consider a new offensive coordinator? You've got to hope this offense starts progressing, man. God. You've got to see significant amount. Well, no, so it's 5 games. It's been very disappointing. But after, say, 15 games, if we're in the same boat we're in now,
the light bulb's just starting to go on. Maybe they're just starting to figure it out.
Do you really want to have your
light,
you really want to have your second year quarterback with a new offensive coordinator? Haven't we done that recipe before? It just doesn't work.
It depends how bad it is, and who else is available too. That could play a factor.
You know what was funny what was funny? About 3 months ago, we were worried about losing LaFleur after the first season because the offense was going to be so good. Somebody was going to hire him. Remember? That's when Elijah Moore was going to be Rookie of the Year, and we're going to be a hard time keeping LaFleur because his offense is going to be too quarterback friendly, and somebody's going to take him.
You know what? I'm pretty sure we don't have to worry about that problem right now. I think we're going to be okay on that one.
I think we'll be all right.
He might. There's a possibility he'll be. He's not getting the head coaching job next year for sure. Guarantee it.
North Turner's he's old though. He's a old innovative guy.
He would be a great consultant. You know what I'm saying?
He'd be a good consultant.
Yeah, absolutely. Be great. Yeah, absolutely.
I wouldn't mind that at all, dude.
Are we really back to this fucking talking about hiring consultants and shit?
Tom Moore, remember Tom Moore, Peyton Manning's consultant for Darnold?
Yeah, and Charlie Casterly for the GM search and all the other ones that they've fucking done. Corn and Ferry.
No, I'm saying if you bring in resources to help the offense, dude, I wouldn't be mad at all, man.
Fuck consultants.
I gotta figure something out, bro, because our offense is struggling. You know what I'm saying? Our quarterback is struggling. So you have 2 weeks to figure it out, man. You know what I'm saying? But then we come against the Patriots. You know what I'm saying? So I want to see a good output. I want to see, I want to see quality football. I mean, I don't care if we win or lose. It doesn't matter.
You've got to come out. You've got to come out against the Patriots with some kind of excellent game plan here. You've got to come out motivated, inspired, no sleepwalking zombies, no bullshit, and no excuses. You have 2 weeks to prepare, dude.
Where's that game at, Tyson?
Up there.
Yeah, good luck with that.
I was gonna go. If the Jets won yesterday, I was going. I'm like, I'll go. I'm gonna support. Now, like, fuck that. I'll pass. Now, I think. See, now I have an idea for you guys. So the New York Jets have reached out to me, which I'm shocked, offering me group ticket packages. So I was like, that's a really good idea. So what I was going to do was have a Halloween party because they're playing the Bengals on Halloween and they're going to get our doors blown off. But I'm like, we can get lower level seats if we buy 10 seats. So we can have a Let's Talk Jets radio outing, 10 seats, lower level on, not in the end zone, on the sidelines for $90 a piece. It's not bad, man.
Wow. That's great. That's actually really good.
We could have a Halloween party so we can get.
Yeah, but now you're telling me I got to pay more money to go see a game that I already paid for.
I can't help you with that. So if you don't want to sit with us, it's fine. But we can get Tyrone to come up for it.
And we'll have the guy who turned out my free ticket for the last game at home.
But this is a Halloween party though, and we can wear costumes.
Yeah, I'm going. You know who I'm going as?
Clown.
I think I know what I'm going as.
You know what I'm going as?
That's it. So this is my idea, though. You guys don't like the idea? Come on, man.
I'm not buying another ticket. No. If you want to buy my ticket, I'll sit there. I'm not buying another ticket.
Well, if anybody's interesting, we can get 10 tickets and we all sit together on the and I forgot the missing piece. And then after the game, we can go on the field.
Free hot dog? After
the game, we can go on the field.
Okay. Wow.
So I can fucking tear my
John Gruden resigned. Is that true?
Who?
I think so. See a bunch of it in the comments.
John Gruden
Who was
resigned
that?
from the Raiders?
John Gruden.
Oh, yo, because of those comments, bro. They were crazy, bro. Like, listen, man. We live in a world, man, where you can't even make any. This cancel culture shit is retarded, bro. This shit is crazy, bro. It's crazy.
Wow. That's
It's
wild,
crazy.
man.
That cancel culture shit is retarded, bro. Like, yo, something that happened in man. I don't know. Keep my opinions to myself.
No, dude, that's wild, dude. Wow.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
I
we
think
live in-
I mean, wow.
Man,
That's nuts.
So I guess nobody likes my Halloween party. I'll keep bringing it up. So October 31st. Yeah, I'll do it. Listen. If we're at this bad, I will step my game up big time.
Well, I got the costume.
You wear a
ready.
gays costume, you might get stoned. You might get stoned out there, bro. Like, stop playing. Yeah.
Oh, dude, look at this comment. This one's a good one. She's a waffle suit for you.
What I
Come
want?
on, that'd be funny. Let's talk Jets Halloween party. We tailgate. We get all hammered up. We all sit by each other in the stadium. So when Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase are lighting us up,
so get your seats up in my section.
So Jamar, no, those are too cheap, man. I want to be lower level. I want to see everything. To have Jamar Chase dance in front of us.
After those last seats, baby, I only want to sit low, baby.
That's right, man. Gruden is not resigning. I thought he was. What's going on here?
Do we get trolled by everybody?
I don't know what's going on.
It's a screen, stop.
Buster Screen. I like that guy.
Yeah, cool dreads.
Schefter leaked new info and forced Gruden to resign. Is he or isn't he? Somebody look it up, primetime. You missed all the agony, Larry. We did about an hour monologue of just complaining, which I'll probably get ripped for tomorrow, which is fine. So let's look at this.
Tom Pelissero, John Gruden just informed his staff that he plans to resign as Raiders coach.
Wow. Damn.
Yeah, apparently there was other stuff that got released today. I didn't read that shit yet.
Oh, was there? Yeah, I haven't seen much today. I was fighting with fans on Twitter, and I'm like, this is probably not healthy for me, so let me stay off this.
Yeah. You told yourself after the game you were going to stay off. Why'd you go back on?
Well, I was off yesterday, but then today people are like, you're way too negative, man. Yesterday was a good. They said I was too negative about the game yesterday, and I'm like, how's that possible? like we came back. I'm not telling you, man. I'm not giving out my Twitter no more.
I'm sure the NFL hates this in the middle of a primetime game. Shit.
That's wild, man. Who's taking over for Gruden?
Yeah.
Oh, Larry, by the way, his Twitter is right on the screen.
No, it's not me.
Yo, listen, I ain't even gonna hold you, bro. I've been watching both. I've been watching the Brooklyn game, and then I've been watching the Ravens game. Yo,
the best offense in New York is the New York Knicks. You heard it here first.
Yep.
You see the ball movement, man.
Kemba's gonna be a beast this year.
Hopefully he's healthy.
He's gonna be a fucking monster this year.
But I love my team, bro.
I always like Kemba.
Jury's out.
Don't follow me, Larry. Don't follow me. I'm way too negative. I have a lot of anger and animosity in my timeline. Don't even bother. It's not worth it. So,
Larry, if I'm not following you, give me a follow. I'll follow you back.
I'm not following nobody.
As long as you troll Tyson, I'll follow you back.
That's just crazy, man. John Gruden.
Crazy,
Holy
bro.
shit, man. Wonder how that works with us. I wonder how that. Sam, don't bother me. I blocked you.
If he resigned, I don't think he gets paid. But.
Nah, but listen. What, it was a 10-year deal, $100 million?
Yeah. It was like.
So how long you been there? 4 years?
Yeah.
10
Got
years,
40
right?
million. Shit, they ain't like he needed.
Oh, he's
Right?
only been there, yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, I think this. I thought you said how long was it? His contract, not how long has he been there?
No, how long? No, he been there what? 4 years, right? 3-4 years.
I think 4 years. Yeah. I think
Yeah, he's
4
been there a
years.
while. That's crazy, though. Damn.
He got 40 million. I think he's gonna be and them comments must be really bad, bro. It must be a lot more.
Got to be
worse,
something,
bro.
man.
Yeah.
He's probably like I'm going to resign now before more comes out and they come after me or some shit.
No, it's already the door open. Listen, man, it's the media, bro. Listen. You already know what's pushing on. You not the highlights of this game won't even be on tonight, bro. About the Gruden shit being on, bro. Matter of fact, you know what I'm saying? I can tell you real quick. Sorry, this answer for you real quick. So I know they're talking about this shit.
Yep. All right. So if there's anything else you guys want us to cover, tomorrow night is the call-in show, which you guys could all. Let's see, Tyrone, you're not a Nets fan, are you?
No, I'm a Knicks fan. Stop playing.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
I said, well, no, I'm just watching the Brooklyn game, though. I was watching the Brooklyn game. I thought Kyrie was playing tonight, man, because they're playing on Philly, but he's not playing.
Sam, we could talk about you. You want to talk about your 3 interceptions and how you choked against the Eagles? Want to talk about that? Want to talk about how you look like you were the Jets quarterback of last year? We could talk about you if you'd like. No problem doing that.
We don't want to have prime time feelings today, man.
No, we're just all gonna suck. I was trying to say a few weeks ago we could all be happy, we could all enjoy our quarterbacks, and all stuff. No.
Hey, listen, you know what though? Listen, you know how great this show would have been if we'd have won yesterday. Like, yo, today would have been such an amazing fucking day. But to walk around with my Jets shirt on today, bro.
Dude, if we won yesterday, I'd have been trying to campaign for a road trip to New England for all of us to go there and go watch the Jets 2-3, beat the Patriots and go 3-3. And the Halloween party would have been even bigger. Now my Halloween party is going to involve actual costumes. Now we're going to dress up as like our former favorite players or clowns or some shit.
I got the former coach ready.
Yeah, Larry, it's been a rough 24 hours, man. Too early to panic. I don't think anybody's panicking, but it's disconcerting right now, I guess. Is that a good word?
Yeah. I'm not in full panic mode, but yeah, hey, listen, same boat as you. Very
picture. It's a my homeboy works for homeboy's friend of a guy I know. He works for the fuel company, right? So he's I swear to God, he looks like Fat Rex. I'm gonna take a picture with him next time I see him. I swear to God, he looks like Fat Rex. I call him Rex every time I see him. I'm like, yo, what's up, Rex? What's up, Coach? No, the first time I saw him, right, I was like, oh shit, Coach. I was like, but bro, he looks just like him, bro. No BS, man. Watch. Let's definitely step a picture of him, bro. I want you to see that.
Tyrone, we should be 0-4-1. Come on now. We're not as good as the one win we made us think we are.
I mean, listen, man, at the end of the day, man, listen, you know what? We beat the quality team in Tennessee, and I'm going to take that. I'm not going to hold that back. Listen, all I want to see is growth. I don't care what our record is. At the end of the day, we understand that we're a growing football team. But listen, there's no way we should have lost to Atlanta. I'm sorry. I'm not going to believe that. Not the way we lost, not the way showing up like that, not 65 yards of passing in the first half, not being able to run the football, not being able to stop a team with two players and two of their best players out. No, it's ridiculous. Pittsburgh do shit all season. We made this kid into a star yesterday. We did that. We had a running back that we knew what they were going to do with him. We knew how they were going to use him, and we knew how they were going to attack us. And yet and still, we still didn't stop him. Yet and still, we have a veteran quarterback who we allowed to just sit back there and pick us apart. Nah, I'm not taking that, bro. Nah, we're a better team than that. Yeah. And I want to say something else too. My man was saying about Dan Quinn. It was just about Dan Quinn earlier. Dan Quinn went to a Super Bowl. At the end of the day, he went to a Super Bowl. I don't care if he lost it or not. He got there. Something we haven't done since '68. I'm going to put that information out there if you didn't know it.
Prime time, your thoughts.
Jets haven't been to a Super Bowl since 1968? What?
Yeah, I mean, this is the point I was trying to make before. Like, people are, the score was not indicative of the actual performance by the Jets yesterday. Not even remotely close. They should have got blown out of the building. But then,
if you watch it, go ahead, Tyson.
No, but look at the some of Zach Wilson's stats towards the end were completely padded by those last minute drives when the game was already over. Just saying.
And we could have just stopped them, in the last drive and got the ball back. I was like, yo, this is what I thought, man. I know no BS, right? I'm telling you. That's what I thought. Okay, we're gonna stop them. They're gonna get the field goal. And you know what I'm saying? We're gonna get the ball back. We're gonna drive down the field. We're gonna score a touchdown. We're gonna win. Now, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
If our field goal kicker would have did what he did, what would happen?
What do you mean?
You lost me.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Huh? I missed the point.
No, I'm just saying we would have took the field goal early. We took the field goal early in the game. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't think that was a smart move, trying to go for it?
Oh, you mean kick the field goal earlier, then go for the touchdown later? I'm lost.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I was fine with kicking the field goal. It was a 2-score game.
Yeah.
But don't you think? No, but don't you think? Wouldn't you rather have try to go for the touchdown and then try to kick the field goal? That's what I'm saying to me.
I mean, I would.
You're talking about at the end of the game, right?
Yeah, in the game, yeah. To me,
there wasn't enough time to keep going for a touchdown. I don't think.
But see, this is the whole point of it, man. So kicking the field goal was pointless to me. You know what I'm saying? I would rather go for the touchdown. Yeah, true indeed. But either way, you know what I'm saying? Why not get the hard part out? You know what I'm saying? You can look one big return and one big pass with field goal range. You know what I'm saying? It's my point. It's cool.
He's like, our team is trash. Don't overthink it. Here's a good question for you. I'll let you guys answer this one. Do you think Zach will be further along after year one than Sam was?
Man, I don't speak hypothetical, man. I don't have no fucking clue, bro. I know right now our quarterback is not looking good. His team is not looking good. What do you think, prime time?
Yeah, 12 more games.
I don't know how much being able to sit helped Sam with this, but it always seemed like whenever he had those bad games, he was able to bounce back.
Yep.
I know for a fact he didn't have 4 or 5 straight games with interceptions. Like he always had at least, like 1 or 2 in between the bad games where, he didn't have any picks and he executed within the offense. So I'd like to see Wilson maybe get to that point where he could do that. Just execute the game plan, hit the smart throws, not turn the ball over, have a game like that. Then maybe they could be like on par after year 1. But right now, I don't think he's there yet.
Thank God for the bye week, man. Thank God for the bye week.
Couldn't happen at a better time. Though.
Everybody needs this. They need it. We need it. Everybody needs it. Thank God, man. We all know about Gruden, man. We all see it. This was an interesting one. I had to put this up there because this is what I was dealing with all day today. I think Zach is improving every week.
He has talent, plenty of it. Doesn't mean he's getting better though.
This is why we drink alcohol. How could you watch yesterday and even remotely say that, man? He was throwing worm burners. Holy shit! He hit a lineman in the back of the head with a football.
I mean, maybe if he's just looking at the progression in the second half.
Holy shit!
The first half is
the Jets' scoring drive was what? It was a long pass that he should have hit more with. He dropped it. And then it was a long kick return. They ran 4 running plays to score a touchdown. It wasn't Zach Wilson at all. He missed 2 deep passes yesterday. Corey Davis and Moore. If he threw the ball right, they both would have been touchdowns. Both of them.
You said it before, 65 yards after 3 quarters. That tells you all you need to know.
So on that note, I think we'll wrap this up. Tomorrow night, we'll be back. What time? 8:30?
Sounds good.
8:30, we'll take your calls. I'm just going to join this show friggin' hammered, I think. So have a good night, everybody.
Yeah, have a good night, man.